Hey y'all, hey, and welcome back to Tootie Talk Sense, and I am Tootie. So I just finished that new episode of Baddies East, right? Episode 17. What is it called? You gotta get her. Let me see. What's the name of it? You gotta handle her. That's the name of the episode, y'all. I'm so proud of myself for making it back today. I am trying to get a schedule together. My goal is to uh, and I got the correct. It says review F. Should be review of. My goal is to go. It ain't. I'm trying to. Y'all, the YouTube ain't playing, and I'm trying to figure out why the YouTube is not playing. Let's see. It's saying it's not playing. Okay, there it is. There it is. It just finally kicked in, y'all. There it go. Okay, so go ahead, like the video as you come on in here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and go ahead and drop in them comments so I can talk to y'all tonight. We're gonna talk about this episode that just dropped. Now it dropped earlier, so I'm trying to get a schedule together where where I want to say maybe Monday review baddies, but I know baddies ain't on year round. But I'm trying to do it at least three times a week. Where one week is gonna be like maybe a review of baddies, and I got now that's TV too, and that's on Ratchet TV for you. So one day it'll be my Ratchet day, one day maybe it'll be trending topics, and one day it'll be maybe some type of book with y'all. But we'll see. Y'all drop in the comments and see like what days and time would y'all suggest. I'm gonna look at the analytics too, and also it got to do with my schedule because my one of my babies stay busy. Okay, I stay dropping her off, being a momager somewhere. Now let's get on up into this episode. So of course it's gonna start off with that last fight from last episode with Rolly and Suki, right? You see Suki got her. Now Rolly got Suki pinned up over to that wall, but you see Suki he ain't coming down. So she giving Rolly some. She didn't know why she got it. They both end up snatching off each other wig, yeah. So Rolly pushed Suki over to the corner, but Suki was pounding Rolly in the head while Rolly was putting that weight on top of her. Now you do see Sapphire trying to get around security, so she hopped on top of the table to go around, but security separate them by the time that Sapphire jumped down to where Suki was at. Um, Rolly was like, "I told you I was trying to spare you." Because now she done took off Suki wig. And I'm like, Rolly, if you trying to start a wig collection, just say that. Because she always trying to take off somebody's wig. But Suki had snatched off her wig too because the front of Rolly had braided, but the back of it was either clip on, half wig, something. But she done took that bad boy. Suki snatched that off her head. So they get to arguing back and forth, talking about it. Suki go personal. Suki get to talking about the kid ugly. I say, oh, got the clutching my pearls. Like, this shit not just bring kids in that. I was like, your kids should be off limit, but when you're mad, sometimes you just say things that you shouldn't say. And I was like, Suki was just going saying about Smiley, like y'all don't do that girl like that. She got kids. One day her kids can see that, and then go on there and talk about talk about Roly Kid and how he ugly. So she gets to talk about Roly Kid. Roly gets to talk about her snatch and talking about how her snatch smells. Then here come E.T. and she could go on the side and throw water up in Suki's face. Suki gets to telling Sapphire to, F that be up, F that be up. And Sapphire like, wait a minute, no, stop, stop, stop. I'm like, ain't no way. My friend gonna say some stop, stop, stop. I'm arguing with one girl and another one is throwing water in my face. Ain't no stop, stop, stop. Listen, you gonna talk to me afterwards and be like, girl, you was drunk, blah, blah, blah. But at this moment, oh no, we're gonna have some business. So Suki started getting mad at Sapphire for steady holding her back because she was like, Sapphire trying to hold her back. So she was like, no, get off me, get off me. So Suki throw her wig over at E.T. because you got a big old security over there stopping Suki from getting over to them. And she throw her wig over there. Et takes the wig and put beer on the wig. So Suki and Rolly is just going back and forth, yelling and calling each other names. The Sapphire and Suki didn't get into it because Suki said, you gonna let a bee throw a drink in my face, and my friend didn't do X. So Suki, you can tell Suki's getting emotional because her voice is starting to crack and stuff, and she yelling at Sapphire, telling her, "I'll do anything for you. You should have fought as my friend. You should have fought her." And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, me and my friends, I ain't used to fight, y'all. I pray for people because let me stop lying. So then, but back in the day, I feel sucky because it's like if it's your friend. Now, if Broly, if her friend had nothing to do with it, that was one thing. But she was arguing with ET, and Broly jumped in it. So as Suki's friend being there, you would expect her friend to jump in it too. Now, if she was just arguing with ET and it was her and ET arguing, that would have been one thing where maybe you have an excuse not to come down on Sapphire like that because that's a one on one. But at this point, Rolly did already jumped in for ET, and Rolly is the one who fought her. Now ET coming to throw water on her face. Yeah, you expect her friend to have her back. When Sapphire, so then her Sapphire, they don't fight. They argue, and Suki get emotional. She leaves. Then she go on the bus with Bobby because Bobby is still there. She go on the bus with Bobby, and Sapphire get on. When Sapphire get on the bus, I guess she was trying to get on to talk to Suki. Uh, Bobby tell her, "You bogus." He told her, "You're a fake ass friend. That's fucked up. You did Suki dirty." So Bobby and Sapphire start going back and forth because Bobby and Sapphire like that crackhead don't talk to me that way. That's what she said, y'all. I'm not saying he a crackhead. She called him a crackhead. So she get off the bus, go on the bus with Natalie, E.T., Mariah, and Rolly. And she was like, she's just trying to find out how she faked. And then she leaves on that bus. So they go to the next day. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting nothing. Oh yeah. So they go to the next day. I have to show y'all that picture. They go to the next day. And House B is where, Smiley is gone. So most of them said that Smiley was fake and she was faking taking some of the shots because some of the shots weren't even liquor. It was Pepsi. They talk about Natalie and Scotty fight versus Suki and Sapphire fight because they're like you could tell that Sapphire and Suki was true friends because they didn't put their hand on each other unlike Natalie and Scotty. Then they go to House B and it's Mariah, Natalie, Sapphire, and Roby. So Sapphire over there really being quiet at the table because she said Suki still ain't talking to her and it's hurting her feelings. So I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know what her contract is with Zeus, but yeah, I would feel a certain type of way if that just happened to me, and I'm already mad at my friend for her not what Suki feels like she didn't have her back, and then you go the next day, you sitting at the table with these. Oh baby, no. Et come and join the table, and she's escorted by security because she somehow messed up her leg. I said, I don't. She said her foot was broken before, and sometimes it'll swell up. Because I'm like, you ain't do nothing but pour water on somebody, so I don't know how you messed up your leg, but her leg is all messed up and she having a hard time walking. So Rolly and ET talking about Sapphire stood 10 toes down for Suki. Then Sapphire like, well, Suki was messing with the ops because I don't mess with Smiley and Suki keep defending Smiley and I ain't had no problem with Suki when she was defending Smiley. I'm like, you don't mess with Smiley over Mariah and over her texting about the fight that she had with Mariah. She started texting Suki. That's what I remember from it. I don't know any other background of reason why you would not with Smiley trying to take that chain and stuff for Mariah. I said because when Smiley and Sapphire fought, it was because Sapphire wanted to fight her, and Suki still tried to jump in, even though that was a one on one. Then Sapphire and Suki. So anyway, so then Coming to this episode, Sapphire and Suki meet for their one-on-one. Suki breaks down why she mad at Sapphire because she let her emotions of her being in the house with the other girls, being cool with Rolly and ET, which is a girl she just met, and Suki been her friend for I guess forever. And she let that emotions of her being cool with Rolly ET get in the way of her standing up for Suki. So Sapphire seen her point and admitted she was wrong for not being as down for her friend as she could be. So she apologized for it and understood where she was coming from. So Suki tell her, I'm fighting one girl and another girl throw a drink in my face and you did nothing. You're gonna have to fight her. That's what Suki like. Now you're gonna have to fight her in order for us to be back cool. And so I was like, okay, let's go. And so then they hug and they go their separate ways, baby. So then they go to Natalie meeting up with Scotty. So Natalie meet up with Scotty. She's at her wherever she's at. Scotty come in. Natalie let her in, walk away. Scotty right away on business. She come in without no shoes. She say, so what's up? Natalie like turn around like, oh shit, the bitch just stopped. Like, she ain't following behind me. Natalie like, oh, what you mean? What's up? They talk about who's disrespecting who. And again, Natalie talking about her eating 2 plates. I'm like, Natalie must really was hungry this day because who gives two about those 2 plates? Why is this such a big deal for Natalie? So Scotty swings. And to me, she beat Natalie up. She beat Natalie from that hallway through that door up until they got up into, I think that was a laundry room. Said all Natalie did was pull her hair that was in the back, but while she was pulling her hair, Scotty was hitting her all the way up into the laundry room. I said she was like, Natalie is messy. Let me throw her in this laundry room and clean her butt up today, because you ain't gonna keep treating me like I'm trash just because I'm sleeping with this married man, allegedly. So you can see that she bopped her at the door, right? Let me see. Let me show you. That's right there in the hallway when the fight first started. Then that's right there at the door where they bopping her in the door. Now y'all, everybody know that's doggone Lenny allegedly. What is my allegedly? This is all allegedly because they got the dead face blurred out, right? I don't know how he gonna explain this to his wife. Like, baby, I had to go shoot. I don't wonder what is his wife saying through all this because that is clearly allegedly Lenny. So this is Natalie over here in the black. This is Scotty in a brown. So then this is them fighting from that. That's inside the door. You see Natalie grabbing her ponytail, pulling her ponytail back, while Scotty got her head pinned down. Scotty was hitting her in the face. Natalie pulling her ponytail to get her up off of her. Now that is clearly. I said, really? We gonna do this? We gonna pretend? Why did they even blur it like that? Y'all should just had a whole black dot if y'all gonna blur it like that, because either that's him or that's Tevin Campbell. Because yeah, I can't with that blur. And he's the producer. You could have did better. Do you not just even care about your wife saying that you there in Jamaica with the y'all right here? Y'all. So she bopped in the doorway. She bopped into the room. And then, that's the Lenny with the blurry face. And it's the same skin complexion, glasses, lanky body, but they put a blur on it. So I can't say that's Lenny. I'm just saying the blur looks like him. So Natalie's pulling her down by her ponytail. You go back and look at it. Natalie did get a couple of bops in there. Once they fall in the corner, then the blur comes running in, and the blur come and grab Scotty while the big security is trying to get up there into Natalie, but the room is so small, they have a hard time trying to pull the two apart. You see that big security over there? So that's right there. You see, that's when Natalie was getting some licks in on Scott. I said, oh, she did get some couple of licks in. Natalie got her a little couple of licks, like 2 points for Natalie. That's it. Oh, oh no. Uh, Let me see. Okay, y'all see the big security, and that's link. I mean, the blur over there in the corner. That's Scotty. The blur is trying to pull Scotty up and pull Scotty apart. So I wasn't there. I can't say it's Lenny. His wife will know who it is. Uh, so then, so they go in there, they pull them apart. They get Natalie out first. They get the big security end up pulling Natalie out the room. And he's pulled her out. And she was like, she yelling, oh, now you no more jets. You ain't gonna get no more jets. Your love language is money and you ain't got none. I'm like, what they got to do with anything? That ain't even what y'all fighting over, but you can see somebody mad. Then she said, go look at her face. Go look at her face. I effed her up. So I went and they showed her face, y'all. And I said, oh, yeah, yeah, look at her face. So Scotty said Natalie had a wedding ring on and she hit her in the head. So Scotty ended up having a big old knot in the middle of her forehead. Scotty, she had like the cyclops thing going on. It looked like she was trying to open up her third eye. But if you look at it, it is just a knot on her forehead, and the rest of it is like redness and scratches on her face and neck. So from watching the fight, I thought Scotty won, but from Scotty's face, you would think that Natalie won. So anyway, Natalie is back saying she created monster and how entitled Scotty is, and they go back to this food, and she like Natalie like she had a first plate and was back to eat a second plate, and that was before anyone else ate. And I'm like, Natalie was hating. You just looking for a reason to fight, because baby, it ain't a chicken wing that's worth your friendship if it's a real friendship. Then she go into Scotty entitlement again and how Scotty got to bring her dog and Rolly didn't. And I'm like, no, homie, that ain't the problem with Scotty. That's the problem that you got with Lenny or the blur. He is the one letting her do that. If she wasn't allowed to do it, then like they told Rolly, then she wouldn't do it. He's allowing her to do it, so you need to take that up with Lenny instead of hating on Scotty. So she said they had to wait 4 hours at the airport because Scotty brought her dog. And I'm like, okay, now that's finally something that I could agree with. I'd be mad too. Like, bitch, you and this doggone dog, now I got to wait 4 hours because you wanted to bring your dog. And Scotty was like, okay, Natalie, yeah. Okay, I get it. I understood. If I would have knew that, I wouldn't have brought the dog. Yes, you're right. I shouldn't have brought the dog. So Natalie said she have to deal with all the girls complaining about Scotty getting the entitlement. And I'm like, Lenny is right there in the room with the blur. The blur is right there in the room. Go talk to him. Why are you talking to her about something that he have to correct? Scotty can't correct that. Who ain't gonna take advantage of their privileges? Ask all them like, people with privileges. Ask them. They ain't better just, no, I don't want the privilege. You better eat that up. Yes, I want all the privileges. Give them to me. And I'm going to use every one of them. That ain't got nothing to do with her. You made that lady. Then they hug, and Natalie was crying, saying how it's not fair that she got to deal with the girls every day. So next day, they end up going to a club. They go to Pier 1. Scotty and Sapphire. No, Scotty and Suky arrive together. Sapphire arrive alone, and then House A and House B come. Everyone's having a good time. Suki was like, she's not talking to Sapphire right now because she's still hurt, even though they didn't get over. She's still hurt. Et in the corner because she did hurt her leg. She looking just hating from the corner. What they say? How you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. Look at me now. But she was in the club. She was just in the corner, y'all. So Mariah, Tasiki, and Suki performed. Natalie at the end of it tried to get everybody, all the baddies to come on the stage to hug. Suki like, nope, I'm not hugging these. Just and then she said, because she keep hearing that Mariah was talking about she trying to fight her. So it goes off and it goes into next week. And next week, Rolly and Mariah get into it, and Mariah and Sapphire also get into it. So y'all, we gonna talk about next. We gonna see what happens next week. I'm waiting for this doggone reunion, and in the Jocelyn and versus the Baddies, because we still haven't got a drop date on those, and that's what all of the cast members are talking about. All last week, everybody was talking about the reunion and what happened at the reunion, who beat up who. So I'm waiting for a drop date for this. Y'all can go ahead and end the show and just show us the reunion because that's what everybody interested in anyway. So y'all, how did y'all like this week's episode of Baddies? What did y'all think about Sapphire apology and Natalie apologizing? Well, Natalie and Scotty fight. First of all, who you think won? Because I still got that picture up on her face. Yeah, I still got that picture up on her face. Who y'all think won? Like I said, that dude look like a mark from a ring right there in the middle of her forehead, and all the ones on the side does just look like scratches. And when you watch it, you gonna see that it looks like Scotty was the one giving it to Natalie. But tell me what y'all think. And there's so much other stuff going on with the Twitter and them beefing back and forth on the internet. But I'm not gonna get into all that. It's a girl named, I think it's called Peeping Teeth, that's on YouTube, and she does a good job of catching all the tweets and who's into it with who and things of that nature. Y'all can follow her if y'all want to get all that information. I will just be back next week giving another review. I'm also this week read what chapter am I on the jail? Chapter 11 and 12 on the Worthy book. And then hopefully I'll be able to get back down and talk about some trending topics. So drop in the comments. Let me know what trending topics or whatever topic is y'all want to come and talk about coming up. Don't forget to like the video if you're just coming in. I'm about to get on up out of here. Y'all have a good night. Bye.